Jalen Harrelson. Officials today, Tommy Morrissey, Sean Hill, Kellen Milinek, and Notre Dame will control. Harrelson was playing on the wing, but with Burton out, more ball handling duties for him, something he did when he was in high school. Sir Muhammad, after a big game against Miami the other night, getting the start. And that is Carson Tout, who can't finish inside. The Irish have struggled to get production from their bigs. Starting lineups for Virginia Tech. We have seen the star turn for three and white, Ben Hammond, 15 per game in conference. That leads the team in ACC games. Gerdak, the freshman, on the inside. That's too easy.
Yeah, going inside, taking a page out of Miami's playbook on Tuesday. They absolutely gutted the Irish inside. It's 26 points in the first half, points in the paint.
You see the starting lineups for Notre Dame. Braden Shrewsbury, the coach's kid. Logan Imes seeing more minutes with Burton out. There's Muhammad, and that's what they want from him. They want him to be more aggressive. They feel he is an elite passer, but he needs to seek his own offense more.
Yeah, they put him in the starting lineup. He came in, he turned the energy in that game on Tuesday. 11 quick points in the first half. Coach Shrewsbury says, I got to get this kid on that starting lineup.
This is Bedford. He had 22 Wednesday against SMU, and he picks up where he left off.
I like this kid, Bedford. He moves well without the basketball, finding his spots on the floor, right where he can distribute him the basketball where he likes to get his good looks, and he cans his first jumper of the afternoon.
Here comes Imes, and the tough shot plus the foul.
Play, which is good enough.
Yeah, that's been a thing with Notre Dame this year. Imes was a 46% free throw shooter entering play. They have not been a very good free throw shooting team. Virginia Tech Wednesday went down to the wire again, lost on a buzzer beater from half court at SMU. Almost became the first team to win on SMU's home floor this year. Amani Hansberry, their leading scorer, left the three short. Mike Young calls him the straw that stirs the drink. Now Tout, leading rebounder in Division I last year while with Northern Arizona. Muhammad from the outside, that goes.
I love that right there, right? You go inside, you get a bucket inside, you're feeling good about your shot on the outside. Next time you get the ball right on that right wing there, you knock one down. Hey, give Tout a lot of credit for finding his shooter out there on that perimeter.
Just the sixth three of the season for Muhammad. Here is Neo Avdalas, the freshman from Greece. 6'9" with vision. Bedford another three. Doesn't go. Muhammad there for the rebound. So Sir Muhammad rewarding Micah Shrewsbury and the decision to put him in the starting lineup today.
Well, he has earned this opportunity, and he is making the most of it.
He had 5 already, was looking for 7. Here's Hammond. Virginia Tech still without Tyler Johnson, missing his 5th straight game with an ankle. Hansberry, there's the quick double. Avdalas, Hammond, the three rattles in.
I like that. Ball does not stick in Neo's hands. Bang, bang. Swing that thing over there, and Hammond knocks it down. Just 5'11", 170 pounds, but watch this kid. Number 3 can absolutely fly up and down the floor, and he is fearless at taking the shot from the outside.
Imes misfires, Bedford cleans.
Well, Virginia Tech wants an open pace to this game. They want to see this thing played up in the mid-80s, low 90s if they can get it.
Hansberry over the smaller Shrewsbury, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Big, strong young man, 235, 245 pounds, slams that shoulder right into the defender, creates a little space, and then knocks it in. He stepped in the backcourt to come out here and compete this afternoon on Saturday. Look at these numbers on Hansberry last season, this year. 9.8 points last season, 15.5 and 9 rebounds this year.
That time Hansberry walked. He's not immune from the announcer jinx.
We slapped that on him there, a highlight on him.
We certainly did.
Give him praise from his coach, and he was out there, and he turns it over.
Toby Lawal, who since coming back from a foot injury has been coming off the bench, is into the game for Virginia Tech. Hammond Defending Shrewsbury well. Shrewsbury has not had much space to operate. He knocks down that jumper. But the domino effect of losing Marcus Burton, it's one less guy to help off of if you're a defense. And so Shrewsbury's had to work harder for his looks.
Yeah, Shrewsbury, he's absolutely fantastic. He's number one in the ACC, shooting that thing for 45% for the first couple basketball games. But look at the wall. His footwork down there, his patience, his size, goes inside for a hard-fought bucket. All he did was have 10 and 8 at SMU, and to see right now, quick to get into the scoring off the bench this afternoon.
He went right at Cole Serta. Lawal with that 50-inch.
His starter, he's coming off the bench. He has a big impact on the game.
And he does it with a British accent.
Even better.
Just a little extra spice on top.
I like that. A little Austin Powers or something different?
Sundra, I think it's a little more elevated than Austin Powers. Here comes Imes. Down the lane, Hansberry the denial, and now Tech wants to push.
Yeah, a lot of contact at that rim. I love the fact these officials are letting them play. Wall just got away with switching his pivot.
Lawal had a size advantage there on Imes, passed it up. Now the 6'9" Avdalas. Down low, Hansberry goes right at Sundra. The double from Serta, and Hansberry dips into that wardrobe of low post moves.
Yeah, giving the old, you're too small down there to Sundra, but that was a nice move. He saw the double team coming from the middle, and he broke it back, came back baseline where there was no help, got a clean look for left shoulder turn, right hand hook, another turnover.
Hansberry forcing the steal. Here comes Avdalas to Hammond. It's a 13-2 run by Virginia Tech. Timeout Notre Dame.
I love that.
They called it the little pokey.
Turn that ball around, got it going the other way. Easy bucket. I'll tell you what, these Tech, no hangover from that tough loss on Wednesday. They're fired up.
Good defense there on Muhammad.
Over and back call. I'm not quite sure he had the ball in the front court yet.
Coaches have a challenge, but that is not a play you can challenge.
I saw it live time, just like the official. I thought he had thrown it in the back court, but that before Virginia Tech could set their defense, and that's why they got that bucket. They had been stuck in mud offensively for a moment there, and they used that good rebound to get out and run in transition. Find Sundra under the basket for the easy bucket.
And to some degree, as Lawal gets fouled up.
One situation, and then I don't understand how you let Boopy Miller get a running start at a three-point shot, a half-court shot. That's all these kids practice anymore.
Digest this for a moment. In all three ACC losses, Virginia Tech was either tied or leading in the final 10 seconds. Sundra has the three rim out. They're 4-0 in overtime this season. The last 6 games for the Hokies have either come down to the final possession of regulation or the game went into 3 overtimes, as was the case in their win against Virginia.
Yeah, 3 ACC losses by combined 5 points. That'll make the coach want to pull what little hair he has left on the top of his head. Here's the super freshman short on the front end. 0 for 7 at SMU. You said 2 for 17?
Well, he's now 2 for his last 20, and Shrewsbury lays it in at the other end.
Okay, now I see Notre Dame trying to pick up their offensive production here. They realize, yes, we got to slow this thing down, but we got to run off of these three-point shots that are missed. They defend the three-point shot better than anybody in the ACC, and they get out and run and get buckets quickly, and they've done that twice here this afternoon.
Gerdak coughs it up. That's another thing Notre Dame doesn't do a whole lot. They don't force many turnovers. Serta from deep. He can get hot. He's a three-point shooter, and when he's on, he can carry an offense for a stretch.
Yeah, certified on that particular shot. That was quick. We talked about scoring after misses. That's about as fast as you want. Notre Dame wants to play right there.
They are letting them play through. Jump ball.
Coach Young should have got a hand up. What's he doing over there?
Hokies without a field goal in more than 3 minutes. Bedford, too much. The drought continues.
Well, Irish doing a better job, right? And getting that, taking care of the basketball. Don't commit those live ball turnovers. Now we can get our defense set, make them have to play in the half court. You can see Virginia Tech doesn't like to play in the half court.
Sundra, too much. Rebound by Hansberry. There's Bedford coming off a 22-point game. Rotated shoot. And Lawal turns it over.
Toby Lawal, one more time. We can look at it.
Looked like it may have gotten off Kaler.
Yeah, right off the top of Kaler's foot, right foot, and out of bounds. Lost opportunity.
Serta thought about it. Hammond in his grill.
Yeah, Hammond said, I got to get out here 3-4 feet in front of that three-point line after he knocked that other one down.
Shot clock down to 4. Muhammad left it short, follows the miss. Muhammad through traffic. Loose ball, picked up by Kaler. Bumping with Lawal. And it's a 2-point game.
Got to rebound that ball. Virginia Tech couldn't put a fork in it. It goes right to Kaler, who puts a nice shoulder into the defender, goes off glass.
Just as we were reminding folks that every Virginia Tech game comes down to the wire, Notre Dame on a 7-0 run. Hansberry, the face-up. Yes.
Get the ball into the hands of your most productive player when things are going awry, and he knocked down a little midi off the right side.
6 points for Hansberry. Sundra. Boy, his shot just has not been there. Another turnover, and it's Muhammad who's got 7 to lead the Irish.
Oh, Sir Muhammad is flexing. I play with his daddy Nazi in the NBA with the Philadelphia Sixers. You know he's at home watching this one with a big old smile on his face, way his son is out there competing here in Blacksburg.
Dad was a standout at Kentucky, 18 seasons in the NBA, and Avdalas gets fouled. It is on Muhammad. It's his first. Today, it is the first of 4 on ACC Network. Big day of college basketball, getting started with Notre Dame and Virginia Tech at Castle Coliseum. Ben Hammond with his second 3. He's got 8 points, and he has taken off really since the start of December.
Yeah, I like Hammond's game. 15 points a game in ACC action. Finds that one on the right wing. Great job by Coach Young and company dialing that one up for their 3-point shooter.
Now, Mike Young telling us last year when they played Hammond as a freshman, Young said he made mistakes, and he had to play through them. And he said those reps, Young was confident it would pay off. It's paying off now.
Yeah, he was amped, I think, at some of those basketball games. He already plays at a breakneck speed, but you got to play under control. He was out of control too often.
Harrelson's been quiet. Notre Dame's leading scorer. And the freshman stepped out of bounds. He's coming off back-to-back 18-point games, 16.5 in conference play. And without Marcus Burton, let's be honest, he has been the offense for the Irish.
Yeah, he's had to do a lot. Tote that rock up the floor, get his teammates involved, look for his own offense. That's a lot to put on the plate of a freshman, and he has handled really well. Kicked that one right back into the other freshman superstar.
Harrelson, 6'7", the highest-ranked recruit to sign with Notre Dame in the modern era. A McDonald's All-American. He does not have a field goal attempt so far. Avdalas has not scored, but he's got 4 assists. Hansberry kicks it out from a double team. Avdalas with 5, launches and hits. He was due. He was 2 for his previous 20 from downtown.
I think that's overdue. But a nice job getting himself on balance, got himself right where he likes to shoot from the top of the floor. Feet set prior to receiving the pass.
A 6-0 run for Virginia Tech. Hansberry goes to work on Tout. The tip by Avdalas, no. Lawal fighting for the rebound. Gerdak in. The foul on Serta, his first, 4th team foul. Hansberry coming down the lane, too easy. 8 points for Amani Hansberry.
He's like a truck. He got that 240-pound frame and is just playing bully basketball in the paint.
And a foul on perimeter guy hunting your threes. Well, now with Burton out, there's more impetus for Shrewsbury to create for himself.
Yeah, 113 of his 140 field goals behind the arc. So he's still got to do more of taking it to the rack, but you can see his mindset is there. When they're going to close out on my three-point shot, I got to put the ball on the floor and attack.
Serta. And that goes over the backboard. Tout setting the screen. Something else Micah Shrewsbury told me at shoot-around last night. He wants his forwards and bigs to be more aggressive and really help guys get open with the screen game.
Yeah, you got to set those solid picks. That's one thing that I couldn't jump over a phone book, but I could get my shooters open. You had Michael Jordan or John Paxson come off one of my screens. They're going to get a good look, and that's a good bucket inside. Largest lead of the game now. They're just banging away in the interior on the smallest Irish defense.
It's a 10-0 run for the Hokies, who are shooting 63% from the field. Tout denied at the rim by Avdalas. Batted in the air. Sundra had it. Kicks it back to Shrewsbury. Shot clock at 9.
I believe there should have been a reset on that shot. This officiating crew, they've been good. They're letting the kids play, and we're getting some good ACC action as a result.
Notre Dame more than 4 minutes since its last field goal. Tout, tough pass to handle. Shot clock back to 5. Serta on the drive through the UNC and Duke continue their West Coast swing. North Carolina goes to Cal after losing to Stanford the other night. Duke goes to Maples Pavilion in the nightcap.
Now, hard for these East Coast teams to go all the way out to California and get victories. Cal and Stanford ain't no easy win.
Avdalas looking for help, turns it over.
Yeah, should have looked for the shot, tried to find his big underneath Gerdak and coughed it up.
Shrewsbury has it poked away by Hammond. Shoot ahead of the pack, throws it up, and draws the foul. Points for Serta, who is perfect at the free throw line. He leads Notre Dame in scoring. Hammond with 11 to lead Virginia Tech. Avdalas 5 assists. Hammond with that lightning quick first step. No good on the 3. Harrelson with the rebound. He has not attempted a field goal in the first half. And Muhammad continues to shine. He had 15 Tuesday against Miami. He's got 9 in the first half today.
Yeah, Muhammad has done a nice job playing under control, right? He's knocked down the outside triple. He's gone inside all the way to the basket. That was a little floater from about 6-8 feet out. So really good rhythm to his game offensively.
Avdalas, the baseline drive.
Notre Dame within touch of Virginia Tech, but that move along the baseline by this kid right here, young freshman from Greece, that's a pro-like move to sneak through there and finish not on the same side of the basket, but the opposite side of the basket and drawing that contact.
The foul on Harrelson, his second. And Scott, when you watch Neo Avdalas, he's not quite as tall, but I posed this question to you off air. Do you see a little Tony Kukoc?
Yeah, you did. And listen, I've watched this kid now for about 4 halves of basketball, and I started to see the way he moves, his vision, the way he passes the ball with precision. Another live ball turnover. Uh-oh, this is trouble.
Lawal with that pogo stick vertical there for the putback.
How about it? You're going to be him or Hansberry on that particular play, and they're just really just taking a lot of the life out of this Notre Dame team with these live ball turnovers. Now they're running into one another out there.
Muhammad did everything there but finish. Now hoists to 3. Offensive rebound, Harrelson, and he gets his first 2 points of the game with about a minute to go in the half.
And they needed that offensive rebound and putback. Virginia Tech was really starting to grab a lot of this momentum. Maybe that'll give the Irish a little something to smile about here if they can get a stop and a score and take it to the locker room.
Shoot, dangerous, curling off those screen hooks.
Audi Crooks.
No, she's at USC. Who am I thinking of?
No, Audi Crooks, she's at Iowa State.
Iowa State, okay.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, she can go as well. I love her. You ever follow her on social media?
I do
She's
not.
hilarious. You gotta follow
Serta,
her.
no good. Harrelson on cleanup duty.
Back-to-back offensive rebounds for the Irish, getting some points in the paint. They get a stop here. I know it's an 11-point deficit, but they get a little bit of life. There's no quit in the Fighting Irish.
Final 20 seconds. Hokies have led by as many as 14, shooting 56% from the field in the opening half. 3 players in double figures, led by Hammond with 11. Here's Hammond splitting the D again. His pass almost picked off. It'll stay with Virginia Tech. 3.6 on the clock.
Yeah, they couldn't get the ball in bounds. Let's see what they do here with 3.6 to work.
The skip pass, they wanted Lawal. It's picked off by Harrelson, who's out with a broken left ankle, suffered last month. Harrelson has been the focal point offensively for Notre Dame. He's out there with Shrewsbury, Tout, Imes, and Muhammad, who got the start today.
Well, the good news for, as they turn it over, Shrewsbury steps on the sideline. The good news for Harrelson is point guards have been absolutely torching Virginia Tech, especially in the second half. So they get a little lackadaisical, and if Harrelson can get a couple shots to go inside, maybe that'll open up his jumper from the perimeter.
Yeah, we've seen Boopy Miller do it. We saw Abuka Okori do it. We saw Nate Calmise do it. Hansberry kicks it out of the double. Avdalas rotates to Bedford, who knocks down the 3. That's 6 dimes for the Gresham Neo Avdalas.
Yeah, they only shot 4 of 12 from behind the arc, but that gives them their first triple, and it gets them off the launch pad quickly here in the second half. And this young man right here, was that Serta?
That was Imes.
Imes. Imes was fearless at taking the ball to the basket. Now he gets the little jump shot coming off a good, solid screen right there at the free throw line.
Avdalas, quick pass. Hammond. Look at the ball movement. It's Bedford again, the corner 3. This time it doesn't go, but Virginia Tech getting good looks when Notre Dame doubles.
Yeah, but they don't want to fall in love with that outside shot. They're so good at going inside. They had 20 points in the paint in that first half, and that's where
he picks up his second foul. Quiet first half for Tout. Did not score, only 1 rebound. The average is 10 a game. Muhammad from the corner, and that goes. Second 3 for Sir Muhammad. He's got a dozen to lead all scorers.
I'll tell you what, this is a really great job by Muhammad. You know, like I said, he had 11 points in the first half on Tuesday. Gets to start here on Saturday afternoon, and he has not missed a beat. This guy is bringing his game to the yard.
The son of 18-year NBA veteran Nazi Muhammad, Hansberry.
That's why he goes for 15 and a half a game. That's why he gets 9 rebounds. And you can plug that guy in at those numbers every night. He's going to give you exactly what you need.
12 points, 3 rebounds today. Shrewsbury the floater. Tout there for the follow. He was the nation's leading rebounder last year at Northern Arizona.
Yeah, and the ACC's leading offensive rebounder. He gets 3.7 offensive rebounds a game. I was wondering when he was going to put his fingerprints on this basketball game here this afternoon. He finally gets one to go.
Now the 6'9 Avdalas. Hansberry, and 1. From 10 years ago, 2016. Bring it back, Scotty. Going to the vault.
I got to go back 40 years. I don't know if they would have color pictures back then. There's a swat in.
They also keep their challenge, and they can challenge one more time now.
Great challenge by Coach Young, and get this basketball back. Let's see what he drew up there during that long extended break there.
Avdalas from the outside, his second 3.
His stroke looks good. Like, I mean, as far as the form goes, when he gets on balance, Anish, I mean, it looks like an NBA style shot.
Largest lead of the game for Tech. Shrewsbury gets a pick, in and out. There's Tout on the glass, and now 48% free throw shooter on the season, and he missed them both. 43% for his career.
Yeah, I shot 55 at Carolina. Here I am
You
trying
look
to
like
give
Rick
this
Barry
kid,
with him out
we're
there.
going to give this kid free throw shooting instructions.
There's Hammond using the baseline, denied. You know, that might be the next itineration. You go and try the Rick Barry underhanded style.
Nobody wants to see that.
How effective was it, though? That's one of the great free throw shooters we've ever seen.
For him, yes, I think he did it right out of the cradle, but now you're trying to get it going. There's a kid that has a little hitch in his shot over at Boston College. I wouldn't advise that either, but it's just confidence. It's stepping to the lines. One thing I realized, I was not a confident shooter in college. When I got to the pros, I was much more confident.
And Virginia Tech, a perfect 16 of 16 from the free throw line.
Well, Serta,
that's something they didn't do against SMU.
No, they're knocking their shots in, and then Serta's got to get going again as well. It's another guy for the Irish that can make three-point shots. There's a little foul out there on the perimeter, unnecessary. Is that going to be on Hammond?
That's a reach on Hammond, his second.
Oh, okay, I thought that was his third. But again, get Serta a clean look here at a triple.
Kaler, no call. Another strip by Hansberry. A turnover by the Irish. Hammond to shoot. Lawal coming off the bench, having shoot off the bench. Now that deepens the team. It gives you an added element. Shrewsbury wide open, has not had many wide open looks lately, and he misfired badly.
Yeah, but that's not the first time he touched the ball. And I realized, hey, the Tech fell asleep defensively. I got a clean look. But you might want to get yourself lathered up a little bit, get a sweat, get a rhythm, touch the ball once or twice, pass it around.
Bedford using the window, and Tech has its largest lead of the game.
It doesn't matter if it's Wall or Bedford or Hansberry or a number of other guys. I mean, they put 5 or 6 guys in double figures in scoring. They share the ball if this thing does not go the Canes' way. We got to have some. Might take 2 or 3 people to watch him after the game.
He's had a lot of screen time lately. Last foul on shoot. The free throws by Serta. Here's shoot at the other end. And the three doesn't go. Muhammad tracks it down.
All right, so you get some free throws, you get a stop, and now you get attack in here underneath.
McClellan puts it in for 2.
Hey, that's what I like. No fight, no lack of fight here in the Fighting Irish. Coming out of that break there, they got a little something cooking here. A little momentum. They've gone back into a little zone defense to give the Hokies a different look, and they get a second stop in a row.
McClellan, a grad transfer from NAIA Madonna. That's a school in Michigan. Muhammad's teardrop not there, and Lawal has to pull the rebound away from his own teammate Gerdak.
Yeah, he said, hey, I got to get my double-double. That's my 8th board. Let me have that one.
Gerdak at the other end, and it flushes home.
Well, good basketball after getting stopped twice defensively. Virginia Tech does what Virginia Tech has been doing all afternoon in punishing the smaller Irish inside at the rim.
Muhammad looking for help, lost it. Numbers for Tech. Avdalas almost traveled. Shoot. That is knocked out of bounds by Notre Dame. No, they say
Tech could get a good handle on it. And you can see, yes, off of the fingertips of Gerdak and out of bounds.
That was the right call. Shrewsbury back in there. Harrelson in there as well with the 4 fouls as Muhammad gets a rest. Here is Harrelson working on Lawal. The freshman posting up, too strong. 9 rebounds for Lawal, closing in on double-double number 4 on the season.
Yeah, good positive move by Harrelson, and he had a nice little look, little left shoulder turn to that right-hand jump hook. Just couldn't get it to go, but I think that's where the Irish got to go. They got to try to get some buckets inside, get themselves to the free throw line, and then try to steal some outside jumpers late in this game.
Bedford's 3, not there. Shrewsbury skies for the Carum.
Better defense here in the last 3 minutes for the Irish. Long triple for Shrewsbury.
That hits the front rim. He has not been close. 0 for 5 from 3, but the follow is there.
Yeah, the offensive rebounds is one of the things that the Irish did real well in the first half. Now they've gotten a couple offensive rebounds here in the second half. Listen, it's still a 15-point deficit but you got to like the way your team's playing if you're Shrewsbury.
Avdalas looking for Lawal. Tech getting sloppy. There's Serta. His three not there. Rushed it. Now shoot.
You nailed it. Rushed it and never got on balance. It was like, I got to get this thing up quickly because we don't have a lot of possessions left. Well, with 8 minutes and 45 seconds left to play, that's a ton of time in college basketball. They got to help themselves knock those three-point shots down by sharing the basketball, not trying to dribble in the shots.
Bedford now the fourth Hokie in double figures with 10. Right on his season average, the UNLV transfer. That doesn't go. Here's Avdalas.
Quick trigger threes is not the way to get yourself back into a ball game.
Avdalas defended by Harrelson. Tout comes over to help. Now a turnover. Hansberry had a mismatch down low.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Young liked that pass out of his young superstar.
Harrelson puts it in for the easy two. He's got 8.
That's how you cut into a deficit. Not three-point shots, pick and rolls, punch it inside, attack the interior, high percentage shot.
If you're Virginia Tech, are you going after Harrelson knowing he's got the 4?
Got to, right? Like, that's just smart basketball. They're going to do everything. He's going to do everything to lay off of players. Look at Hansberry going in.
Well, now a guy like Jalen Harrison's getting to the foul line more because he's driving, and now you go from a 92% free throw shooter in Burton to a 62% free throw shooter in Harrelson.
And look at Virginia Tech here now with a little over 6 minutes to play. They're slowing down their attack. They're going to be patient, use a little bit of that shot and game clock.
Looks like Notre Dame's in his zone. The lob for Lawal, and he is fouled.